is what this wall looks like right now. This wallpaper came from a Goodwill outlet a while back, like 2 years ago, I think, 3 years ago, something like that. There was 3 rolls of it, and it only did that much of a section right there. These are pretty tall ceilings, but I actually found it on Amazon, so I'm going to wallpaper over that area there. And as you can see, I mean, I haven't filled or anything like that. I am not going to do that because I have about 1 million projects and very little time and energy to do them all. Another point is most of this wall will be covered by a huge shelf that I'm building right now. And the third point is that eventually all of this is getting ripped out anyway. So the fact that it's over in the corner, it's going to be hidden by a shelf. You won't be able to see it once I put the wallpaper over it. It's a peel and stick wallpaper. I'm just going to stick it over the front and roll with it. Okay, wall is done there. Now I just have to put a little bit up there if I have enough. If not, I have another roll coming. And then got to trim down that wall and finishing out that doorway, and then build my shelf for that wall. Woohoo! Okay, so I'm working on building my big shelf here, and I've got my center boards cut out and the end pieces, and right now I'm just gluing and nailing them together, and then after I'm done with that, I will cut the shelves to go in, so hopefully that goes well. Okay, so I'm gonna pick up a couple of these. Gonna go ahead and replace all of the plugs in the room because, yeah, they are old and better safe than sorry, and everything is kind of cleared out right now, so gonna be better to go ahead and replace those. And let's see here, grab a couple of these, 2 and 3. Sweet. I had to come back and get some more stuff for the shelf so I can finish that up, because I don't know what I was thinking. I bought a little one and it did not go far enough, so I came back to get a big one. Okay, so I got my shelf built and mostly stained, sealed, whatever. The back area is going to have peel and stick wallpaper. It won't be here for a couple more days, but for right now, these are all the shelves that are going to go in it, and then this is a mess that I'm fixing to make. These are a bundle of trim scraps that I got from Habitat for Humanity for $5, and I got a huge box full of these little wooden things here, and I paid $5 for the whole huge box full of them. So right now I'm just working on nailing them to the front, and I'm going to be covering all these edges with this trim. The centers are going to get full piece of trim, and I have pieces that are plenty long enough. I had just exactly enough, so the centers are going to get the full wide trim, and the bottom and the top I'm going to rip the trim down to that line right there, so that's just going to be right on the edge there. So right now I am working on putting these blocks on, and then after I've got the blocks on, I'm measuring the distance, and so I can mark them and cut them down. So that's what I'm doing right now. I think these are going to look pretty cool for pieced together stuff. So the color of this is more of a mahogany as opposed to the color that I have on there, which is kind of like a dark oak. And they have like little nicks and stuff, so I'm probably going to use some of that stain sealer on top of that, just to kind of bring the two colors a little closer together. They'll be darker, but I'm not too worried about it. Most of the stuff's going to be covered by craft supplies and stuff, but I'm just trying to add a little bit of detail in it, and it, you know, didn't cost much to add some detail, so that's what I'm working on. Okay, so I got that done. This end is going to the wall, so you won't see that end. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. I just put a coat of the stain sealer on all this trim just to kind of marry the two colors a little bit better. That kind of warmed it up so it's not quite so red, and I think that looks just fine. I'm pretty happy with that. So I have the shelves sitting down there, and they're already done. I will put the shelves in after we get this on the wall because it's going to be heavy enough. And then once my wallpaper comes in a few days, I'll put that on, and then I'll put the shelves in. So but for right now, I did it. I built an 8-foot shelf. 3 foot by 8 foot. So pretty big. All right. Okay, so last night we got that hung up on the wall. Right now I'm just kind of putting in the brackets for the shelves to sit on. The shelves are not connected to the brackets right now. I can just pull them out because I'm going to be putting wallpaper on the back, and I'm waiting for that to come in a couple of days. So looking pretty cool. That's the placement of the shelves, and then the other 4 shelves are sitting right there. I love how it turned out so far. The room is really coming along. You see I'm starting to move stuff back in. Got some things just kind of setting. I still have to clear off this area. Once I get things really set in place, I'll be able to start putting things actually where they go. Right now it's going to be kind of a mess getting them all brought in. But for right now, yeah, I'm pretty happy. I got my little floor vent replacement, and it's just kind of sitting there right now, so it's kind of wonky. I gotta screw that down. But yeah, so far it's getting there. And then when I go to put the new chandelier, I have an antique chandelier that I'm gonna wire in right here. But I have to rewire it first, and when I do that, I'm going to replace all the plugs in the room, so that's going to be a project as well. So I don't have to worry about bad plugs or anything. So I'm pretty excited. It's all kind of coming together. Okay, so yesterday I was starting to put stuff back into the cabinet. Some of that stuff may or may not stay there. I got the pegboard hung up and starting to put like scissors and sewing related oils and threads and stuff like that over there. And I got a little antique sewing desk drawer that I've had for a while. It has this really pretty, I think that worked out pretty well. I was going to put like a big shelf all the way across, and I might still do that at some point, but for right now that works. So, and the shelves, they're ready to be put stuff on. I've put a couple of things over there, but most of that will have to get moved off because I'm still waiting for my wallpaper. So that's tomorrow, I think it comes in the mail. So once that comes and I could put that up and put all my shelves in and start filling that. I'm starting to get stuff put, paper craft stuff put over there on that shelf, and just slowly unpacking boxes. So it's going to be kind of crazy for a little bit, but and then I've started a box for discards for putting in my flea market booth. And yeah, it's coming along, so pretty excited. I need to organize that cart there. It's just a mess and it's got stuff in it that doesn't need to be in it. So that's my tool cart, and I need to just clean that out. I may do that today. Okay, I've got my cart cleaned out. I've just got to find a place for all these pencils and stuff, but yay, that's cleaned out. And I've got all my tools sitting over here kind of in their own little categories. So I've got all my tape and adhesives gonna go in one. I've got silicone like resin tools, cutting tools, hole makers, pliers, tweezers, random tools like bone folders and such, files, screwdrivers, and then other various random tools there. So I've got to figure out how I want to pack them all back in here, but yeah, for now, yay, cleaned out. Okay, so I've got my tool cart all put back together. I've got all my tools in their various places. Oddball tools in this box, rulers, pliers, cutters, all that kind of stuff hanging on there. And then that is going to be for tape and wire, but I've got a bunch of like rolls of washi and stuff like that in there, but I'm fixing to put up a little holder there that'll hold those smaller rolls of tape. And then down there I have like, you know, iron and alcohol wipes, stuff like that I use pretty often. So I've got that all organized and pretty happy with that. Got a good placement for that. So